What's up? Sorry, y'all. This is my very, very, very first one on here, so you have to bear with me. I'm gonna figure out how this works. What's up, Christina? I'm actually on my way to Brazil in a couple weeks. Actually, I won't be there till August, but I will technically be on my way in a couple weeks. It's just gonna be a very long trip. Let's see if I can figure out how to share this thing. So what are y'all up to? Is there a way I can actually see? You mean the stream or Brazil? I might stay on if people are coming in. We'll see. I'm gonna try to share it. I'm gonna throw this out there right now. If we get some people in here, I mean, I'll hang out and we can talk for a bit. Live on YouTube. Come check it out. Live, check it out. It's my first time and whatnot. Show your support. So what are you all up to? I don't know. I hope I'm gonna hang out. I listen to a lot of like foreign music. I'm trying to expand my language skills, really, honestly. Let's see. Take a look quick photo. Let's see. One more. Let me just do one more, y'all. Bear with me here. Bear with me. Oops. One second. Let me get this Pepsi bottle out of here. All right. Y'all have my now undivided attention. Well, that is beautiful. Ontus? Does that mean who? I'm trying to learn. That is good to know, Isabella. I'm actually coming down there for that very reason. To answer your earlier question, I think I'll hang out. We're starting to get some people in here. I don't know how to tell how many. Let's see. Top chat. Live chat. Let's turn it all on. Let's see some spam too. Oh yeah, we only got 7 people. Well, we'll see. Let's give everybody a minute. Oh, okay. I've been wondering what ontis means because I sometimes get like I have had wow, this quality is like not the best. I have had. I'm trying to figure out something that works here. I like sometimes in my Instagram, I will get like strings of people saying ontis, 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 and I'm just like all kind of like 20 people will send me that at the same time. I had no clue what it meant. So thank you. I appreciate you. I just learned something new. Only been on here for a moment. So that's cool. I am coming to Brazil for all of August and possibly September, maybe even most of October. I haven't really owned this. Haven't really decided yet. I didn't book a return flight at all. So I'm taking my time to get there. I'm going to leave. I'm going to go. I'll be in Colombia, Peru, Chile, Argentina, and then I will finally land in Brazil in August. So I'm going to take all of July to get there. And then August I'll be there and I'm just going to hang out and as long as it's chill and I'm enjoying myself, I'm just going to hang out. So that is an excellent suggestion, Brittany. I might even write that down. The pros and cons. Because you know what? It's not always what was that? Sometimes I get a little lonely. That's an amazing idea though. Pros and cons. Like that. Anyways, yeah, it was really good. So I did lose a lot. I've lost a lot of weight. I've actually lost 20 pounds of muscle. It's a little upsetting. Senorita? I admittedly do not speak very good Spanish. I'm right now practicing my Portuguese for Brazil, but my Spanish has been getting brushed up on a bit just by being down here in Latin America. Well, it happened over the course of 10 years. In the last 10 years, you know. Oh, what's up, Britt? That's cool. I'm glad. I think that happens a lot. Like I'm talking to people that I actually know and I think that they're a new person, but it's just YouTube's not as popular with the live thing. Well, it's whatever. Maybe we can make it popular. Maybe they'll appreciate us more if we contribute to their thing. I can see why it's not popular because the fucking quality sucks. Maybe it's my camera though. You never know. Never know. Let's Oh yeah, that helped a little bit, huh? This was dirty. There we go. I think I might need more light as well. Oh, well, what do you know? You would think being a photographer, I would know that this crappy camera cannot do much without some light. Oh, what's up, Lala? I see future. I knew that. Future it must be the one and only, even if it said it twice. But yeah. Hey, we got 13 people. You know, that's enough for me. What's up, knockers? I know it really just throws me for a loop, but you know, I mean, did everyone? Let me ask you: did everyone in here like come via like notification from subscribing or like something else, or did anyone actually just like click through on some random thing that popped up? Like, I really would like to know if YouTube is assisting this. What's up, Alyssa? Gotcha. That's good. We got something going on. That's cool. Anyway, so yeah, I can definitely see where this is not as popular. Tell you what, though, a BBC documentary. Well, what was it telling you? Was it telling you like all the history of the BBC? Because I'm not really interested myself, but I mean, to each their own. I'm not knocking anyone's thing. That was a joke. It was a really bad one. I don't know if anyone got that. I know you really probably mean the British Broadcasting Channel, but I was thinking that I would just. It's okay. I'm kind of glad you didn't get it. It was terrible. I regretted saying it, honestly. It does. It feels kind of like Evil Cam, doesn't it? Ah, sorry. Anyhow, yeah, you would think that YouTube would, whatever, but I'll tell you what, that as somebody who did build a streaming site, I mean, I guess they probably have like crazy amounts of servers and power and all that stuff, but the live thing was like, mm, if it's not popping, it's not really cost effective to put out the high quality. Like if you want high quality, low latency stream, it's a little expensive to make it happen. And you know, like right now, we got 13 people in here. It's really probably not that much cheaper to send it out to 13 people than it is to like do it to like, you know, they want to get more for their money, probably. I don't know. I mean, I blasted all my social media, but I mean, nobody's clicking through. So maybe everyone's tired. They had enough brews for today. I'm not complaining because I got plenty of attention for one day today. Right. Oh yeah, that's true too. I mean, I have all that as well. I'm suppose if I wasn't on the road right now and I was back at my studio, since I also stream for a living, it's actually my main thing is my webcam studio. I could probably jump up the quality a little bit as well. But today, we're just seeing if this is even worth it. Yeah, green screen's overrated. I'm not a fan. I mean, I guess it's okay. I'm not, it's kind of cool looking. Oh, when I did the biker beard, I was feeling very Hulk Hogan. I was like, yeah. I kind of wanted to, um, like lasso somebody. Yeah, my Adolf stash was a little bit too long. I didn't have any scissors. I think it needed to be like nice and tight. I probably should have went and looked at like a reference if I wanted to really be authentic, but I didn't. I didn't really care that much. I was actually a little nervous by that, but it's okay. I didn't want to be like Tom Green, and just lose my whole shit, just flush my whole career down the toilet just for a little Adolf action. I was willing to risk it like slightly, but not too much. You guys really think it's that much better? I don't know. One dude said a really asshole comment. That was true. And I took it, I'm not upset about it because he was absolutely right. And the truth is, I don't grow shit of a beard. Beard is pitiful. I kind of really want to like go tan my upper lip now, but um, you know. Oh, you thought it was good? What about the booger? The brown booger? The hair booger? That was pretty good too. Um, but yeah, I think that he was right. I don't really grow much of a fucking beard. Like if I could grow a full blown beard, that would be different. But it just doesn't. Well, it's not too late to start dimed. Um, I actually posted that whole thing here on YouTube as well. And it's still on my Instagram. So if you want to review it, it's a little hard to get past the shaving part, I'm sure. But we got some pretty good. I felt good about some of the things that we got to say at the end. That's true, girls. Still, that's true. There's definitely like some like hydrodynamics. This is more like dynamic, like like I would feel even more aerodynamic. Like I definitely feel less drag right now. Like if I was gonna dive into a swimming pool, for example, I feel like I would just like float right in. You know what I mean? Anyways, exactly like a shark, like a shower shark. It's easier to dry off as well. Like if I, with a towel, I'll just Done. I have been to the Dominican Republic now, and I actually enjoyed it. It was very good. I know that it's getting crazy over there right now, and some weird shit's happening, but I did definitely go there. It was like my first big vacation with an ex-girlfriend. We had a great time. Had one of my best friends met me out there, him and his wife. I accidentally went to like one of those all-inclusive resorts. I didn't even realize it was all-inclusive. I got there and I was like trying to figure out where the bill was, how much they were charging me for shit. And then I found out I was like vipped out and could just eat and drink at will. And then we immediately got totally wasted on espresso martinis. We ate mofongo, and it left an impression on me for the rest of my life. Because every time I lose my phone, I'm like, where's my mofongo? Sorry, it's a bad joke, but I really actually do say that because I'm a corny motherfucker. I guess I can say motherfucker because I age restricted this shit. So motherfucker. 1 second. The cut's all right. I mean, honestly, I don't really like it. It's like a little hard to tame right now. Yeah, I'm a child at heart. I can't grow up. I'm like Peter Pan. It just wouldn't suit me. No, but I don't know what to do. I honestly, it's getting there. I don't know what I'm going to do with it because my original plan was to be a lion. Yeah, I know. People are getting. I would not recommend going there right now. I feel like it's. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say what happened to me. I feel like it could have something to do with the Haitians getting like not. I don't know. I forgot what happened with that. Did they get this to end up staying? I think that it's possibly something to do with um, people getting sent back to Haiti. They're probably all pissed off and stuff like that. So they're like, yeah, well, we're just gonna go take it out on the tourists. Because after the earthquake, there was like a bunch of um, they had some kind of like emergency, like you can come here thing. And I think it ended at some point, and they're probably like, well, we'll just poison you and take your money and rape you, which is very unfortunate. It's not really the way I feel like they should have gone about that, but you know. But I didn't get poisoned when I was there, and that was cool. Oh, we're up to 16 people. I feel like we're doing well. I have honey voice. Oh, well, thank you. I like that. I've always wanted that. Does Winnie the Pooh have honey voice? I feel like Winnie the Pooh had kind of a nerdy voice. It was like, oh, I don't even remember what he sounded like. Maybe I'm thinking of Piglet. It's been a while. I haven't pooed out in a while. Oh yeah, his voice was raspy. Yeah, I want it to be a line. Mofongo? It's just it's like smashed up plantains mixed with meat and fried, I think, pretty much. I really like plantains though. I have like a plantain, like it just hits me the right way. I like the sweet ones though. I don't really like the smashed ones as much when they like, you know what I'm talking about? I like the sweet fried ones. It's like an absolute guilty pleasure. I make them at home. I've even made up my own plantain recipes. You don't like the sweet ones? Hey, those are all right. I mean, I don't really like them that much. They're okay with I mean I always dip them in mustard when they're not sweet, and everyone thinks I'm weird. I think they're good with mustard when they're not. When it's the fried like crispy ones like they do in Miami, it's good with mustard. I don't know. Sorry, don't ask me. But yeah, I really enjoy the sweet ones. Anyways, it's raining up today. Crazy. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if everyone's like hungover or like what, but like everyone was like the cooks were all late making breakfast. Everything was cold. And when you had a drink earlier, the bartender like was a little. It seemed like he like I couldn't tell if I just freaked him out with my beard or what. He like walked up and he was just like staring at me. He's normally like very friendly. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, you know, happy to see me. I tip good. You know what I mean? And then try it with mustard. Uh, It might. It's not a thing currently, but it should be. I think it's good. I would normally never post my feet, but since I have such amazing socks on right now, I'm gonna hook you up. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. That's my foot. I got mustaches on it. Anyways, so yeah, I know it's such irony, right? That I'm wearing mustache socks now that I have no facial hair. Fucking ironic as fuck. Let's put it next to my face. There's a screenshot for you. Yeah, the fetishists are like going insane right now. I hate being a fetish. Sometimes it's not bad. Anyhow. Oh damn, that scared out some people. We were up to like 20 people and like 4 people were like, fuck that. That dude has a fucking mustache sock on. I'm not watching him. Fucking dick. Anyways. Well, they're back. They're back. Sorry guys. Hey man. Like that. My hair, I'm not even gonna lie though. I try to stay humble. Like I do. I try to stay as humble as possible, but I will tell you right now that my hair is, if not just as luxurious as it looks, more luxurious. I've never ever once in my life um, gotten a haircut without the barber telling me. Not a single barber has ever said once in my life have I ever gotten a haircut from a new barber and had them not tell me that I had the thickest hair that they've ever seen. Every barber. I mean, these are people that touch hair for a living. It's never happened. I've been getting haircuts for 30 something years with like maybe like a, I took a little break for a little while, but they literally are like, if nothing else, even if I can't like become a full lion, yeah, I have the exact lion texture. Like if a lion had really bomb conditioner, this is what their hair would be like. It would be exactly the same. I used to be a barber too. Can you believe that? I was a barber for 2 years. I can bust out a 7-minute fade with no guards, with no different size attachments, nothing but a fucking a number 0 and a comb. Like you wouldn't believe. All I need is a cheap little plastic comb, a 0 on the razor, and I will fade your hair 7 minutes, no problem. I might be a little rusty right now. It might take me a little longer. It's been a while, but I can fade that you can believe. I was balling off that at one point. No, I don't cut my own hair. It's hard to do your own. It's been a while. It's been 10 years since I cut hair. But I wouldn't mind trying it again. I bet you somebody would like let me try. But yeah, I don't know. I might end up, I think of it just to like, no, Michael, I definitely would not ever do that. Please don't ask me about things like that in my chat. There's a challenge for you. I'll tell you. You guys want to see a challenge? This is my challenge to everyone who ever asked me about what Michael just asked me about is I challenge anyone to try to offer me more money than I can turn down because it'll never happen. If you literally stacked up $1 billion on this bed behind me, like giant $1 billion, I would still tell you to fuck off if you told me to do some shit like that. So that's my stance. It's all good. I'm not offended. I know you didn't know. I know it's an honest question. I have nothing against people that do whatever makes them happy, but it's not for me, and I don't like to hear about it. You know? But I would like to see what $1 billion in a pile looks like, and I think that I would love to like shut that down once and for all because I feel like once somebody's seen me fucking like piss on the fucking giant pile of money and set it on fire, like they would understand that I can never be bought and that money means absolutely nothing to me in that sense. I mean, I want money as much as possible, but I will only accept to be paid for things that I want to do. On what hand? This hand? Yeah, I'm gonna grow my hair out. I want my dreads back. Thank you, Michael. I'm glad that you respect it. Because it's literally, there's too many people are ready to sell their fucking souls for $1. or a billion of them, or whatever, 10,000, 1,000. It's so weird. I'm like getting like these weird like messages right now. They're like popping up. Like never like ceases to like blow me away how somebody can like seem semi-normal and then like can turn weird and remain weird for like years. Anyways, I'm not talking about anyone in this room right now. I'm literally talking about a completely random, nobody could ever guess what I'm talking about kind of thing. I don't have the only pictures of my dreads are actually like real pictures. This was way before camera phone existed. I had dreads. There was no camera phone in existence. The only pictures are ones that were developed at like Costco from like a roll of film. But I did have dreads, big ones. They were like my hair was shaved up to here, and I had big fat dreadlocks like that, all the way down. And I was set. I'm gonna bring them back. If it, actually, I might not. I don't know. I might. I'm just gonna see where it goes. I'm trying to come up with like um, a new plan since I clearly like screwed myself out of my lionism. So now I need like a new plan. I don't know. Maybe the sides will grow again. Maybe it won't be as bad. Maybe like once I can tie this. I have been bald, but I'll tell you what, it's not a good look for me. My brain, the back of my head is like significantly like more pronounced than like the front of my head. Like I have like a bigger area back here to like encompass my massive neocortex. And so yeah, exactly. I got a peanut head, basically. But I'm not mad at it because I feel like it would be uncomfortable to like squeeze my brain into like a smaller skull. So I'm okay with it. Exactly. Obviously. But I am proud of this hair. This hair is nice. You know what I mean? I would have normally probably not procreated if it wasn't for like my huge brain and the magnificent hair. But I'm like starting to think about it. I'm starting to think maybe I should do like a world tour where I just start having like children everywhere. Just to like give the world like a little bit better hair. Listen, they can't even stop Canada. How are they going to stop me? All right. It's impossible. Well, my company makes all the money. I don't really, you know, I don't pay myself much. So, they can pretty much take all that. It ain't gonna make any difference to me. Yeah. Anyways. I was being totally sarcastic about the last part. I don't know. I am in Colombia. I like it too. I got a little freaked out yesterday, but then I realized, like, I was like, my homeboy actually came in. One of my old roommates was on the stream when I was talking about it. He's like, "Oh, that sounds just like back home, pretty much." I was like, "Yeah, it actually does sound just like back home, and that's why I left home. One of the main reasons, and that's why I stopped doing a lot of different things." So I was hoping it wouldn't be here, but I'm not surprised. So yeah. So anyways, it's all right. What's life? Life is just I wish it wasn't like that, but it is. Really, honestly, I wouldn't care as much if I was armed as well. But I only have like you know homemade things and whatnot. I love Colombia, honestly. Ah, Emily, why'd you ask? But you must have been here. The food is some of it is okay. It's very fresh. I like the freshness of the food. I look. I think that next time I come to Colombia, um, Melissa, are you in Panama? Next time that I come to Colombia, I'm going to make sure that I have a kitchen because I think this would be an amazing place to cook food for yourself. The people here don't use a lot of spices. Well, I'm in Medellin, so I'm actually a little far away from the ocean. I'm going to Cartagena in a few weeks, though. But yeah, I don't know. They don't really use a lot of salt here. It's like not a thing. Salt, pepper, hot sauce. There's not really a lot of hot sauce. Things aren't really spicy. Like I'm like when it comes to food, like my um that's thank you for bringing that up, Santins, and I think that that is um an excellent topic. However, that topic, San, is the most valuable thing that I have. Like of all aside from maybe one thing that I have that is almost as valuable. Um, and for that reason, as much as I would like to talk about right now, we need 4,000 hours of viewing time and 1,000 subscribers on this channel before I can get anything out of it. And so it doesn't make sense monetarily for me to on my very first stream when I cannot. That's true, Stardown. I do love thoughts. To throw out my most valuable information. You know what I'm saying? If it makes sense. I don't want to seem greedy, but a man's got to live. You know what I'm saying? So the best thing that you can do if you want to learn how to improve your life using my philosophy, the best thing you can do is take this page, share it with all your friends, tell everyone to watch it, log in on multiple browsers, play the videos, let them play all the way through. You don't even have to watch them. Okay? But blast the hell out of this page right now just to get past that little tiny mark. And then I'm going to bless everybody with everything that I have come to learn in my very, 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 very expensive and difficult life that I've lived. Okay? And I'm not saying that it will be expensive for you guys to use this information, but what I'm saying is that it cost me a lot of money to come by it. To learn everything that I learned cost me not only years of my life, and when I say it cost me years of my life, I don't mean like, oh, I was just like living and everything was cool and I was like banging chicks and everything, I was drinking, I was partying, I was like, no, I like literally sat in prison for years and suffered and thought about things and came out and then had to like sell my body, you know what I'm saying? And then after I sold my body, which I enjoyed for the most part, I had to learn to gamble, which was incredibly expensive to lose all the time in the beginning. And then I had to eventually go through the process of educating myself about gambling, put it into practice, learn all about it, and then figure out that, you know, in real life, here's the one thing that I can tell you about gambling is that the house always wins, but they only win in the long term, okay? Because they have the edge. That's what we call the house edge. They have a slightly better odds than you do. And that means the more money that goes through their tables, the more money they're going to eventually make, no matter if you win or lose. Okay? So, while that sucks at the fucking casino, that is the shittiest thing ever. And all you ever do when you're gambling is trying to figure out how to fucking get your house edge down. Right? In life, it's not the case. In life, you never have to walk away. In life, you are the house if you want to be. You just can't let anyone else have better odds than you. Okay? And you're gonna need a notebook and pen, but you know what? Later on, I'm not gonna put all this down on live. I'm gonna make videos about it. So you'll be able to watch it over and over again because guess what? You're not gonna be walking through life with your notes that you took on here and be like, oh, this is the right decision I need to make right now. This is what's most likely to get me paid, even if I'm gonna lose 100 out of 101 times. You gotta learn to make money off losing, like the house does. See what I'm saying? So, that being said, you're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to send these videos to your friends. You have to get it popping. And as soon as I can get a little bread ski out of this, as soon as I can fit this, because right now my odds are shit. You know what my odds are of getting paid on this? 0. Nothing. That means that even every word that just came out of my mouth was me going against my own philosophy. And I'm going to stop there. That being said, thank you. I appreciate you. I'll probably talk about that at some point, but the thing is, that's like a fine line to walk on here on YouTube. And that's the other thing, girls steal. That's it. Yeah, exactly. That's what it's called being an addicted gambler. It's not what you want to be. You don't want to be addicted. You want to be profitable. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I don't really have any doubts. You know, there's not any. Thank you, Brittany, for noticing. I know, you know what, Brittany? I will tell you that you don't have to be that good at math. It's really simple. I honestly, math was never my strong point, and I will tell you what, until um, until fuck, totally forgot what I was gonna say. Let me go back and read what I say. Oh yeah, math. Until I started gambling, I also wasn't good at math. But listen, there's only one type of math, luckily, that you need to know how to do the very basic fundamentals of to live like this, and that is probability. Nothing else matters. If you want to do it at a higher level, you'll actually realize that the type of math that you learned in school that you thought you would never, ever use, which I thought I would never use, was algebra. And if you take this philosophy and get to the highest level, it will become algebraic, if that's even a word. I don't know if it is, right? But what you need to learn first is probability. So I'm going to cut it off right there. I feel that I did give some good information, but it was anomalous enough that I haven't actually sold myself short. So I'm slowing the roll. I'm slowing the roll. I do love y'all guys. I really I want to help not just you. Like it's not like I literally love the world. You know, like I truly want to help. It sucks that I made so many bad decisions as a young person, and it really dampened my ability to give back in some ways. But I am a fighter, and I am going to fight for man no matter how shitty my position is. Even if the odds are stacked against me in this case, I have no other choice but to just try to overcome it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the odds are stacked against you. And that's another thing that we'll talk about later. That's something that you have to know if you're going to actually gamble at a place like a casino or in any kind of field or area where you are not in complete control. Um, and that has to do with other factors like time. that's when we start getting into the algebra bullshit and like really higher level thinking in this regard. Okay. So that's definitely not, that's not like going to be in the introduction. That's not going to be in, so, but when we start talking about time, that's when it's going to get nasty. It's going to get nasty. You have to fucking learn things at that point. Manipulating time is the most difficult thing of all. Manipulating time and lowering deviation. Indeed. So you guys know some of the rules. That's true. You're not wrong at all. Time is our worst enemy. It is hard to manipulate. But I know how. It's what I do every day. I was supposed to be releasing a book by now, Alyssa. And I'll tell you what, I fell into the deepest, darkest depression. We're actually quite lucky that I survived it. But I did. And I will thank Colombia, which I'm not saying that this is the only place I could have done it, but I saved my own life in Colombia. Here, on this trip. Because it was getting very close to running out of time. And I'll tell you what, we saved it. We pulled it back. We cashed out. And we're starting a new game. Sometimes you gotta do that too. You do have to know when to walk away at some point. Depression is probably one of the biggest struggles I've had in life. And it could be that too, Janelle. I've been through a lot. It could be partially due to stress. It could be due to smoking weed. It could be due to getting hit by lightning. It could be due to all kinds of things. Like, fuck, I could have a fucking brain tumor for all I know. I don't know. PTSD, suppression, so many different things. I was hit by lightning in, I think it was 2017 or 2016. I'd have to look. There's actually a picture of it on my Twitter somewhere when it actually happened. I've almost, not only did I get hit by lightning, but I've almost been struck 2 other times as well. So there's definitely, I feel, some truth that once you've been hit once, you're more likely to be hit again. I was extremely lucky when I was hit because I wasn't grounded, and for the most part, my body resistance rejected it. But it was a pretty close call. If I had been like the kind of person that has something happen, which a lot of people do, is that something happens and they don't react. Okay? This I don't mind giving you this information for free, even though I'm not going to get anything out of it. Never panic. always react. Don't waste any time. You can write those words down. Anyways, I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and pop off here now. We just did an hour. I think that's gonna conclude my test run on here on YouTube Live. I wanted to see if it was popping or not. I know, Sasha. You know what? It can be, sometimes it can not be someone else. It can be you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's been an hour and 1 minute, 45 seconds at this moment. But I don't know. I might pop on Instagram or something. I don't know. I just wanted to test this out, and I'm glad that y'all could come through. And I'm really happy that y'all are looking forward to the things to come. And I promise I will not disappoint. I do.